Coming up on The Charge on Air, UCF's water systems violated a drinking water standard, resulting in a Tier 3 alert.
A tariff increase on important goods causes financial concern among students and their bank accounts.
The Office of Gun Violence Prevention's potential closure leaves the future of gun regulation in a local congressman's hands.
And in sports, we give you the rundown of what's new and what we're looking forward to.
The Charge on Air starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to The Charge on Air. I'm Courtney McClain.
And I'm Manuela Salinas. Today is Friday, February 7th, 2025. This week, UCF issued a Tier 3 water violation out to students and staff. The notice was sent to UCF emails with an attached document. It states that nearly 2 months ago in November, their system failed to collect the right number of drinking water samples. According to the Florida Environmental Protection Agency, Tier 3 means UCF's water system violated a drinking water standard, but as of now, there's no direct impact on human health. The document states that if a situation ever arises where the water is no longer safe to drink on campus, people will be notified within 24 hours.
The tariff war between multiple countries continues, and as a result, prices on imports are rising. Charge on Air reporter Manuela has more on this developing story.
One word seems to be taking over President Donald Trump's economic vocabulary.
Tariff.
Tariffs on?
But let's start from the basics. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines tariff as a list of taxes placed by a government on imported, or in some countries, exported goods. Earlier this week, Trump announced he would be placing a 25% tariff on Mexican and Canadian goods and a 10% tariff on Chinese goods. This started because of Trump's concern with the fentanyl crisis, which has claimed hundreds of thousands of lives here in the U.S. as of 2023, according to the Center for Control and Disease Prevention. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau of Canada and President Claudia Sheinbaum Pardo of Mexico offered grave warnings for their country and Americans. But these tariffs could impact small businesses who get their items from across the border. A UCF student who is choosing to go by her business alias, Rhonda Felton, says how this will impact her small business.
I do get a lot of things from Canada. I use eBay a lot, and if I wasn't able to do that, that would significantly limit how many items I'm able to sell and how much money I'm able to make. I'm really well known within the Monster High community so if all of a sudden I'm not able to do that because I'm not able to source out these items for decent prices, then my customers are not going to be very happy with that.
And it's not just business owners that are affected, but all students. UCF history professor James Clark says the tariff war could impact everyday items.
There's not much chance of avoiding it. I guess you could stock up on notepads or things like that. Students particularly are kind of at that point in the food chain where it's going to really impact them.
Take the notebooks that are sold here at the UCF bookstore, for example. James Clark says that the paper that fills these notebooks could soon be impacted by the tariff war.
Maybe that $30 notebook would now cost you, $35 or $40.
As of now, President Trump looks forward to having more conversations about the tariff war with President of China, Xi Jinping. But for now, it remains a political battle.
If you could describe this tariff war and everything that's happened thus far in one word, what would it be?
Political. Canada and Mexico responded politically. China is responding politically. So this is not so much about money as it is about old-fashioned politics.
In Orlando, Manuela, The Charge on Air.
According to the White House, the tariffs will remain in place until the, quote, crisis is alleviated.
The Office of Gun Violence Prevention website was removed from whitehouse.gov shortly after Trump took office. Charge on Air reporter Rain Keenan gives us a closer look at how the potential removal of this office could impact the safety of Orlando citizens.
Nearly 24 hours after Trump took office, his administration replaced the website for the first and only federal resource for gun violence prevention with a page not found message, painted in red, white, and blue. Some see the sudden removal as a day one fulfillment by the commander-in-chief's promise, while others say it's a leap backward for all of American society. This decision comes just 2 months after a shooting in downtown Orlando on Halloween night, which killed 2 people, including a 19-year-old UCF freshman. UCF student Shannon Lynch was there that night, and she says the government's priorities are not where they should be.
The first thing I thought was, why is this one of the first things that we're doing? And it's something that's put into place to help prevent things like that from happening. Why in the world would you want to take that away?
With school campuses being a common target for gun violence, students say that they're now even more concerned about their safety. A Johns Hopkins report says that over 48,000 people died by firearm in the United States in 2022, the year before the office was created. Now, to put that into perspective, that's about 1 person every 11 minutes. Now, it's not confirmed whether or not the office has been officially shut down, but local government officials say that they are determined to keep Orlando's citizens safe. House Representative Maxwell Frost first introduced the bill that initiated the start of the office. He criticized the president in a public statement, stating, quote, "Donald Trump doesn't seem to give a damn about kids who get shot dead in their own classrooms." He says he is eager to take action on the White House's decision to remove the website.
I have a bill that would actually be an act of Congress to make the office a reality, so that way a president can't take it away in the future. A bullet doesn't stop if you're voted for Donald Trump. A bullet doesn't stop if you voted for Kamala Harris.
Frost says students can support the re-implementation of the office by encouraging their local congressman to co-sponsor the bill. In Orlando, Rain Keenan, The Charge on Air.
Frost also encourages his students to join local supergroups like March for Our Lives to do their part in preventing gun violence in their communities.
Following a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Tuesday, President Donald Trump proposed a plan to take over the Gaza Strip. Trump took to Truth Social Thursday morning, stating that no U.S. soldiers would be necessary to take over the territory. With over 2.2 million Palestinians inhabiting the Gaza Strip, Trump stated they would be resettled in, quote, far safer and more beautiful communities. However, under international law, any attempt to forcibly move a population from occupied territory is prohibited. UCF senior lecturer James Clark says that whether or not this deal goes through, one side wins and the other loses.
Unfortunately, somebody gets burned. Either the Palestinians get a homeland, which hurts Israel, or they don't, which hurts Palestinians.
To find more information about the proposal, you can visit whitehouse.gov.
Florida Senator Randy Fine is pushing forward with a bill that will block undocumented students from enrolling in public universities. Reporter Zion Joyner provided us more information on the potential ban.
The proposal supports Fine's argument that it is not fair for illegal immigrants to take resources from Floridian students. Senate Bill 90 aims to repeal a 2014 law allowing certain undocumented students to pay in-state tuition, which Fine says gives them an unfair advantage over in-state students. In January 2025, Fine introduced Senate Bill 244, barring undocumented students from enrolling in Florida's public universities with acceptance rates below 85%, including UCF. Hunter Hans is a UCF student from Australia. He says all international students should have the opportunity to go to school in the U.S.
I feel like coming here, the universities and colleges are something you should experience, and it should be the right for everyone to experience. Like in Australia, where I'm from, university is not great.
There are mixed emotions about whether or not undocumented students should be able to enroll into Florida colleges and or universities. By letting them enroll, one may ask, is this better for the workforce or economy? Or by giving them a chance to higher education, would this be better for society? Aubrey Jewett, UCF professor at the School of Politics, says this could be economically beneficial.
The more educated citizens we have, the better off for the American economy. It will help it grow, it helps for higher paying jobs. And so I think that's going to be the same whether somebody is undocumented or whether they're a legal citizen.
According to Florida Policy Institute, institutions would lose money if they follow through with the ban. In Orlando, Zion Joyner, The Charge on Air.
Senate Bill 244 is expected to take effect on July 1st, 2025.
Well, we've covered some pretty heavy topics so far, so let's switch gears and see what's going on outside our window.
Grace, tell us, how is it looking out there?
Well, Manuela and Courtney, we're seeing a pretty warm week as we look at our current temperatures. We're seeing some pretty warm temperatures so far with some, it's currently 76 degrees with a humidity of 86. Perfect timing to go out, go to the beach. It's going to stay like this all weekend. So if you're going to the beach tomorrow, going to the pool, maybe heading to that Joe Jonas concert at Universal Studios, you won't need to bring your umbrella or anything like that. I'll have some more on that, and make sure you enjoy this warm weather now, as next week that might change. I'll have more on that later on in the show.
Thanks, Grace. Up next, Rosen College pulls back the curtains of their new venue, giving students an immersive entertainment industry education.
Plus, the city of Orlando teams up with UCF to create a mobile disaster relief program for communities in need of emergency services.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Soccer's fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. Yeah! Oh, I thought you were on my team. Wait.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. One in 3 adults has prediabetes, and you could be one of them. There are usually no signs for prediabetes, so it's important to understand your risk. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Yourself on the receiving end of odd or suspicious emails, you're not alone. Many UCF students say these emails have been popping up more frequently. According to a recent internet crime report conducted by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, phishing was the most common cybercrime, with over 55,000 complaints, more than personal data breaches. The FBI describes phishing as the use of an unsolicited text, email, or phone call from a legitimate company requesting personal or financial information. UCF IT says to avoid unsolicited job announcements, account threats, and fake scholarships. They also advise students to avoid clicking any links or attachments in emails that may look suspicious.
UCF's Rosen College of Hospitality Management is providing students with a new way to enhance their experience in event planning. Charge Nerd reporter Paola Platt takes us inside the new space to show how it's preparing future industry leaders.
UCF's Rosen College of Hospitality Management, the nation's top-ranked hospitality school, is taking hands-on learning to the next level. The college has launched a brand new venue called Center Stage, a new learning space that gives students practical experience in event production. Rosen College instructor Steve Brinkman said that center stage is helping students develop real-world event management skills.
As far as skills and opportunities, this stage is going to really provide a lot of that for them, just in the respect that they can come in and they can sing if they want or perform if they want.
The space is equipped with the latest technology, allowing students to design layouts, test audiovisual setups, and simulate large-scale events. Sponsored by industry leaders like LMG, Freeman, and B-Matrix, that will equip students with access to advanced computer-aided design technology.
Here at Rosen College is located the center stage, where students will have the opportunity to plan and produce live events, trade shows, and projects that will help them prepare for a career in hospitality, event management, and entertainment, connecting the classroom with the real world.
This new venue will work alongside other learning spaces such as the Walt Disney World Dining Room and the new Hazer-Busch Beer and Wine Lab. Caitlin Smith, Senior Event Management at Rosen College, said why she liked this new space and what it reminds her of.
The new space is really cool. One thing that I love about it is how professional it looks. It kind of reminds me of a TED Talk or maybe a podcast.
With practical training, Center Stage prepares Rosen students for futures in hospitality and entertainment. In Orlando, Paola Pla, The Charge on Air.
As the students continue to utilize this new space, Center Stage is helping shape the next generation of hospitality and event professionals.
UCF CAPS has partnered with Better Mind to provide free telemental health therapy services to UCF students who pay the health fee. Better Mind is an online therapy platform. According to the UCF CAPS Instagram page, the platform offers 50-minute video sessions with a diverse network of licensed counselors. Sessions can be scheduled during the day, at night, or on weekends. Times the page says is helpful for students who work during regular CAPS hours or need support during semester breaks. UCF CAPS says this service is ideal for those seeking counselors with specific demographics or specialties.
UCF and the City of Orlando have come together to create a brand new resource for assisting local communities after disaster. Our co-anchor Courtney McClain was able to bring us the story of those who were behind the project.
Orlando has a new resource to assist communities during emergencies. The Reach Hub, a mobile solar-powered unit, was developed through a partnership between multiple UCF colleges, the City of Orlando, and other organizations. Designed to support neighborhoods in need after disasters, the hub offers essential services including air conditioning, internet access, charging stations, and refrigeration. Kelly Stevens is a UCF associate professor who led the 5-year project. She says it was funded by a grant.
So I think we first started this discussion about 5 years ago. We actually applied for the NSF Civic Round 1. We were not selected to be funded, and then we applied in the second round of Civic, and then we were selected. So we were selected, I think, in 2022.
Those at UCF and those here in the heart of downtown Orlando know that losing power and internet can have major impacts on a city. And in other parts of Orlando, mobile research hubs will be sent out to keep communities from experiencing detrimental effects. When not in use for emergency response, the unit will be stationed around the city, featuring virtual reality headsets that highlight Orlando landmarks as an educational tool. Michael Hess is Orlando's Director of Sustainability. He says the hub will serve the community year-round.
So, for people to be able to learn, it can't just be some boring, goofy trailer. It has VR headsets with games, and Daniel's team provides education year-round, and they make it a lot of fun for the kids that they work with. So
the City of Orlando says it will oversee the deployment and maintenance, which UCF will continue assisting with until the grant period ends in September. In Orlando, Courtney McClain, The Charge on Air.
The Reach Hub is joining 6 other City of Orlando community centers that provide local support after disasters.
Well, we're just a few days into February, but it's feeling more like summer.
Plus, how you get the chance to score some tickets to a night's basketball game. We'll be right back.
You never got me anything for my birthday.
I don't even know what that is. I thought birthdays were every 100 years like the Kids' Choice Awards.
What?
Finally, he's here, man. He's always late.
Who? Marcus?
You good? I'd give them one of these, and one of these.
Behind every on-screen moment is a whole team of engineers and technologists.
And you can be a part of such a team through SMPTE at UCF. You'll join a team of students just like you who are ready to innovate the future of TV and film.
With SMPTE at UCF, you'll be able to connect with local industry pros, learn about new technology in the industry, as well as get backstage experience that really matters. Join SMPTE for a backstage pass to all of this.
We meet every last Monday of the month for our general body meetings. There we discuss how new technology is being used to create new media, and we get to highlight local professionals and their specialties.
On top of that, we have some site visits planned, so tune into our social media to be notified of when those will happen.
So if you're ready to pull back the curtain and find out what really happens behind the scenes, join SMPTE at UCF.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time to check in with the student meteorologist Penelope Anderson from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University for a look at the national forecast.
Right now, there are two very conflicting weather stories happening across the United States, and it's all due to this jet stream right over the central portions. It's allowing for record warm temperatures in the southern regions, while portions of the northern regions are seeing below normal and a lot of wintry weather conditions. So states like California and Oregon are seeing the bulk of this weather right now. It will be bringing more wintry weather conditions across places like the Rockies and the upper Great Plains. And as this system continues to push through, it's going to be making its way all the way to the New England area, affecting places like Buffalo and Boston, bringing with it a lot of snow, while areas like New York are just going to be seeing a wintry mix. And while the northern region is seeing these cold, frigid temperatures, the southern region continues to stay mostly clear and sunny. Back to you, UCF, for a closer look at your Central Florida weather.
Thank you so much, Penelope.
Now, let's take a look at today's weather in our neck of the woods with weather anchor Grace Rodriguez.
Thank you, ladies. Good afternoon, Central Florida, and this is your weather update. We're looking at some current temperatures in the 70 degrees, and this week is Florida Severe Weather Awareness Week, and the National Weather Service wants you to know all the things to keep safe, which, did you know, Florida is the capital of lightning strikes in the entire country? Last year, they recorded 91 strikes per square kilometer in Florida. Now, if you woke up this morning, you've probably seen some fog in the area, and I just want to let you know that there is also fog tonight and tomorrow morning. So if you're driving, make sure to keep safe, drive with those lights on. Now, we're going to go on to our 5-day forecast. So we're seeing some warm temperatures throughout the week, and I just want to also let you know that Monday we're seeing above average temperatures, as well as Wednesday, but that will only continue for a few days, as some models are pointing to a cold front on Thursday or Friday, depending on the model and stuff like that. That's all the time we have for now. Back to you, Manuela and Courtney at the desk.
Thanks, Grace. Well, good thing it's going to be sunny for Super Bowl Sunday. Will the Chiefs make history as the first 3-time consecutive Super Bowl champions?
Plus, UCF's softball team played a doubleheader yesterday against Georgia and CSU Bakersfield. The final scores up next.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride with being part of these multi-generational businesses. But there's also a significant amount of pressure. My senior year of high school, my dad made the decision that this world no longer needed him in it. I don't know if he was overwhelmed by the bills and checks that weren't going to be coming in because of the strawberries dying off, but it breaks my heart that my dad made a permanent decision for a temporary issue. Don't feel like you have to go through it alone.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
In the mornings, that's my time. Watching the sun come up, I can have a cup of coffee and exercise if I want to. It helps me start the day with a sense of gratitude.
Yay!
Every day is a new opportunity. Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love your mind.
We said we'd never break the 3-second rule. We'd never make a separate dinner. And never do that. We'd never let them sleep in our room. And never become a minivan mom.
Hey, Chris. Okay, well, I'm not at my desk right now.
As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
But I've got to shoot how crazy it is at UCF right now.
What's going on, Night Nation? I'm Jack Hansel. It has been another great week of UCF sports action, so let's charge on into it. As UCF's first basketball game against Utah on February 23rd approaches, Alumni Hall is giving students a chance to win an unforgettable game experience. Alumni Hall is a UCF apparel store located in the plaza on University. The store is hosting a giveaway offering 2 lucky winners a pair of tickets to the basketball game. The giveaway is actively open and closes on February 17th. Winners will also have a chance to win $100 in-store credit and charge on in style. Students can enter by visiting @Alumni Hall UCF on Instagram and clicking the link in their bio. The Knights softball team opened the season off with a doubleheader last night. Following the UCF's opening night, the Knights are starting off in the 10-win season with a 10-0 win against the Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunners, and a tough 0-4 loss to the 12th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs. A highlight from the night includes the first start for pitcher Isabella Vega, a redshirt freshman who shut out the Roadrunners. The Knights play the North Carolina State Wolfpack later this afternoon at 4:30. In basketball, the men's team's next game against Baylor tomorrow in Texas at 2 p.m., and the women's team plays the Utes in Utah at 3:30. The rowing team has a scrimmage against Iowa today in Orlando at the Intercollegiate Rowing Center. It's the first scrimmage for the Knights in 2025, with the next one starting Friday, February 21st against the Texas Longhorns. This all follows a huge offseason that includes 12 new rowers added to the team for the 25-26 season, as well as UCF former rower Sam Bosco winning gold in the 2024 Paralympic Games for Team USA. In national sports news, the NBA All-Star teams were just drafted last night by the TNT crew. The NBA community is backfiring Kenny Smith, the team in the middle, for only selecting one starter out of the pool of 10. Furthermore, the NBA trade deadline came to a close yesterday and saw a record 63 players on the move, featuring 8 All-Stars. They include De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs, Jimmy Butler to the Warriors, and of course, Luka Doncic to the Lakers. Lastly, Super Bowl 59 kicks off at 6:30 on Sunday night from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. The Kansas City Chiefs seek to win the first three-peat in NFL history, and the Philadelphia Eagles want revenge for their Super Bowl 57 loss against the Chiefs, all while Kendrick Lamar takes the stage for the Apple Music halftime show. That is all the time I have for sports today. Once again, I'm Jack Hansel, and thanks for tuning in. Now, back to the desk.
That's all our time for right now. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can always keep up with us during the week on our website, thechargenews.com.
You can also follow us on Instagram at The Charge News. Thanks for watching and have a great day.